All right, folks, welcome to the stream, and prepare yourselves for some really bad audio. I say really bad, I'm being a bit hyperbolic, but I kind of have to clean up a lot of stuff for casting with Zombie Grub, which you guys will see pretty evident through this first game. But just for now, give me a quick howdy doody for a test, Zombie Grub.
Hello, this is a test. They're going to start the game probably immediately.
Oh, cool, cool. Well, we'll skip the intro for a moment here, guys, while I fiddle. Do me a favor, keep talking for a moment.
All right, we're casting MMA versus KeeN, which is a round 0.5 match, I suppose. Actually, not part of the round of 8. As this is the Olimoleague finals for the month. But these guys, I guess, were tied in points, so that's what they have to play it out. And then next is the winner versus Hero. Protoss. Is that good enough? Well,
let's hope it is. Sorry, first off, I love the OBS update. I'm not sure if you've seen this or used it, but they've got this like more precise sound mixer, which is awesome.
Oh.
The downside, though, again, still is just trying to find that just right level of in between everything. So, guys, if you have complaints about in-game sounds, my voice, Zombie Grub's voice, or anything in between, please do not hesitate to let us know. That way we can, yeah, make sure you've got the best experience on stream. But okay, I think things are good to go. All right, we'll deal with pleasantries, howdies, hellos, and stuff in a moment, because we already have Game 1 is pointing out underway. This is the Olimoleague monthly finals for 2018, January, the first monthly finals of the year. To the bottom right, we have the blue Terran. It's none other than KeeN.
the top left has the purple Terran. He is MMA.
All right, so we saw MMA, what, last Olimoleague? Or we cast him in one of the more recent ones. And I remember questioning to myself, what sort of shape is MMA in? Maybe it was the BTSL Lite. Honestly, I don't remember. But I just remember seeing MMA put up a heck of a fight. And he's looking to be in a lot better shape than I was expecting. Because the guy's been laying kind of low since he got back from the military.
Yeah, well, he did go to Home Story Cup, but then he didn't get very far, so you didn't see him, I think, on the broadcast that much. And everything else has been qualifier-based, right? So GSL is going to be tough to get into. The IAM is going to be tough to get into. So, yeah, he has been, like, laying low, basically, only competing in the Korean leagues, which, for a while was I mean, the biggest one, obviously, was the Olimoleague. I don't know about some super, super smaller ones.
Well, regardless of all that, it's measuring a former champion versus KeeN. I, of course, actually have quite a bit of affinity for KeeN. The guy has played in just about everything and anything, both European and Korean, and I don't know, he's still not winning anything straight up. Gets some good victories here and there, but he did make it to the monthly finals, and we'll see how far he carries on. However, I feel like these guys both, while fighting for the odd spot out in the round of 8, are still fighting for a consolation prize, because they're coming up against Hero if they win this best of 3.
Yeah, I don't even know if a consolation prize is the right word. It's like, who gets to win to die in the glory of a Coliseum or something, right? Like, you get to die to Spartacus. I don't know. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be brutal, but maybe some people will cheer. Well,
I, for one, would rather die to Crixus. Personally.
Well, he was the better gladiator. I mean, historically. No,
but we'll talk, I guess, more on Hero's match when we get there, because TvT is in a heck of a funky spot, or rather, maybe was. I say this with a question mark because I don't know. Is the balance match live on Korea? I know it's live on North America.
I want to say no.
Well, you know what? We'll find out when the Raven completes. See if it has an auto-turn ability or not.
I mean, is that why he's getting the auto or the Raven? Born on a turret? I don't know.
We'll find out in a moment, because there was not a, I say, huge amount of changes, but the changes were pretty huge in and of themselves. And one of them, of course, going to pertain to TvT will be that Raven, but huge list of patch notes you guys can take a look at. Most of it, I would say, is actually bug fixes and co-op, with the balance changes being what they are. It looks like it is in fact live on Korea, so we've had the repair drone replaced with the auto turret ability again.
Cool.
But it's
so it's live everywhere.
It has had, okay, so let's talk about this though, right? Because it's not just getting the auto turret back. They like nerfed the range on it a little bit, so it's pretty much underneath the Raven, which is not necessarily going to be the worst thing in the world, but it does mean the Ravens can't hang back, you know, sit outside range of turrets and like throw them in on the mineral lines and such.
Wait. Okay, yes. So yeah, their cast range is down. The actual auto turret range.
Yeah, the auto turret itself is the same as it was. It's the Raven that was changed.
Yeah. But I just realized that the balance update is hit, but the maps haven't, because, well, I mean, I guess it's Olimoleague. We're playing the monthly finals, so we're still on the old map pool. All right.
I'm okay with this. Another day of the old maps, and we'll get into the new. I apparently have a bunch of blue all over my hand, and I don't know why. I have Tobias Funke blue myself.
Okay.
Is that pen? What is this?
I'm gonna hope that it's from a pen.
Sorry.
You figured that one out.
Yeah, it's rubbing off. Okay.
A Hellion runs in here. MMA is going into Stim, and Bio, of course. A lot of barracks already been added on. But KeeN is going for almost Skylight Forest if he's there. KeeN is going for what he actually has been very good at. I think TvT Cyclone meta was favorable to KeeN, but it could die out. I mean, I don't think that it will. The Raven having an auto turret doesn't really do very much anymore, but it could die out for other reasons, like people just get better at defending, which certainly MMA has. He's set up and not going to die to Cyclones.
That's where I do wonder hypotheticals here, as far as the Cyclone versus Cyclone dynamic. They're still going to be incredibly strong against all the things they were incredibly strong against. Nothing about the actual Cyclone itself was nerfed. But I feel like the Raven presents a couple of things to bridge the problem Cyclones present. Like, for example, auto turrets can actually shoot up. You can deal with the Liberator problem if you've been caught in that dynamic of the follow-up from the Cyclone versus Cyclone. And alternatively, I wonder how valuable is it to have one or two auto turrets soaking the Cyclone damage? Does that actually change things up dynamically or not?
I don't think so. I mean, I actually think that Interference Matrix was a cool starter, because people were making Ravens against Cyclones. Yeah, it's a lot better now. So
yeah, for those who don't know, I don't know what you would call it, like the blackout effect from it, you know, where you can't attack and you can't do things. They increased the duration of that by quite a bit. Yeah,
they did. So I think it was, what, like 6 to 9? Where's that Raven? There you are. 8 seconds. Okay, so that's still a long time. Definitely before it felt like not useful enough, but now like might even be in like an extreme overreaction. Like we will see. But the Raven, no matter how many good spells it has, it's always weird to get initially because it takes so long, it takes so much gas, and still requires a tech lab on a starport, which a lot of Terrans don't want to make. So it's still odd, I think, for MMA to do it. But this could really work out because going for a 2-base tank push and interfering spacing a couple of Cyclones in this case could be huge.
I'm hoping he uses the anti-armor missile, because that's actually immediate now, if you guys don't know. But he is going to just block out the tanks, so there we go. Nice. And a couple of the Cyclones to go with it. Not too bad. Pounce on top of the sets up his own tanks. It looks like he's good to go!
Okay. Well, that is going to be a victory. KeeN, I mean, he was a bit greedier. You know, 3rd CC on location. He thought he could hold it with the tanks and the interference matrix push. It is kind of like an auto turret push back in the day, except a little bit more rare for the reasons I was talking about earlier. But now that the Raven has been changed, perhaps they'll come back again.
Well, Cyclones take out the first medevac. They were shuffling things around. That's kind of nice to see. KeeN's defenses are holding okay, but not good enough. The scraps of MMA's army push in for the win. Sitting here with, well, almost nothing left of the front lines, but a lot of supply he's just taken from this fight. 30 SCVs died.
Now, KeeN did save his command center, and he already set up a lot of this like stuff that's important for later on. Like, he still has 3 factories already. He still has an auto turret, missile turret ring in the main base. So that's a lot of minerals he already invested that are going to help him secure perhaps a future. But that was a really good push that, honestly, I did think was going to end the game. There just wasn't much left over for KeeN. Once the tanks were gone, Cyclones do die to overwhelming amounts of bio.
No concussor shells, just to note. Some MMA is going to have trouble catching the on-Hellion like that. Realizes it, starts it up immediately. I gotta be honest though, I'm really sad seeing MMA be purple, not green. I don't know why it just hit me, but it's a weird color on MMA.
Because he used to pick green all the time?
I don't know. I just associate MMA with green, I guess. Probably because of Acer, but...
I was going to say, it's probably because Acer. I'm okay with not remembering Acers. Because for the longest time, they kind of updated it in the later years, but for a longer time, they had the most disgusting green color. It didn't really work out well.
Well, loading up in his own medevac. KeeN's got a couple of Hellbats. I'm gonna love to watch these drag and drop on top of the Marines. But Blue Flame's not done yet, so they're not gonna be that melting pot of damage. But they will be, like dropping hot oil over the castle wall once those are actually good to go. I'm real sad that the Raven, like, I feel like another investment would have been worth it. That interference matrix was so good.
Yeah. I agree, but it is so difficult to do when you're into the medevac production, so...
Side note, calling it like a blackout missile would be so cool. Stupid interference matrix. Dumb ability name.
A lot of things are better than interference matrix. Oh, that's like a pretty big
pineapple
drop.
On pizza. I hate it, but it's still better than interference matrix.
There's sure, yeah. It's a pretty big drop going to the natural, where KeeN did eventually still set up 200 minerals worth of missile turrets, despite losing all those SCVs. It's not going to be enough to stop MMA from boosting past, and there's nothing in the main base beyond that. But if you get even one medevac, it would be so worth it, and barely doesn't.
Getting to the main's a great spot here for MMA, of course. Getting top of production is what you always want to do. You split so those Hellbats unload, but not for naught, they can't do anything. The tanks stand up right through it. Marauders killing everything that comes on in here. And while this goes on, he's just waiting for an opportunity. But is that a small counterattack? Just what, Hellions? Hellions. Blue Flame Hellions running in MMA's mineralized. These need to be dealt with.
KeeN's not controlling, of course. He's panicking in the main base and just decides to tap out.
GG. Well, that's a good first game for MMA. Cool to see the Raven usage. Because, yeah, the last ability we didn't really get into talking about, but was part of the big overhaul change thing for the Raven. I gotta fix your webcam size. Was that the anti-armor missile now not only connects almost instantly. Oh, there we go. It costs only 75 energy, so you can actually cast 2 of them instead of only 1, which is a welcome change to an ability that was never used except what feels like accidentally.
Well, I played a TvT where it was used like a secret missile, and I felt really bad, Rifkin. I was like, what is 20 Ravens gonna do? And then it still has a little bit of damage for those that have never had to go up against it, and it killed my entire air army, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, splash damage is a hell of a thing, man. It's like Liberators.
I don't know.
It's like Liberators, they don't really do that much damage to air, but if you got enough things clumped up, then it's, yeah, splash damage is still splash damage. But, yeah, anyways, we're getting to game number 2. It is loser's choice in the Olimoleague, and as Zombie had mentioned, we are still on the old map pool, so we're going to see Catalyst and Blackpink and Neon Violet Square, and none of the new maps, and that's kind of okay because there's been some complaints about the new ones. I don't know, since you were over yonder Germany, do you see a lot of the rigmarole about what happened?
What do you mean what happened?
Well, I know that there's some complaints about, I think it was what, Majors series on the whichever one
so
is
the
those
Liberators
pipes, the Liberator thing. But
yeah.
we had a lot of people just complaining during the open bracket, not just on Reddit, but also in Twitch chat about the whole fact that it's just not symmetrical. And I'm like, like, I guess, yeah, on one hand it's like a little bit broken, but on the other hand it's not equally broken, so I can understand.
Well, yeah, I actually had heard very little. Like, I didn't see the Reddit post you're alluding to, and I didn't see Twitch chat at all. But, like, from all the pros that are over in Leipzig, I didn't hear any complaints from them.
Yo, be so glad you didn't see Twitch chat. The moderation, guys, I don't say this, like, to lightly complain, but the moderation for StarCraft was bad. Like, chat moderation made me actually physically ill. They were like, people were like doing copy paste with spam, so they put followers only mode on for 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I guess you could do it instead of moderating if you don't have mods. But then, like, it was one of the series you and Wardy were casting, I'm watching people in chat politely say, hey, can we please get a timeout on some of this spam? And they would get timed out. Meanwhile, comments like, Zombie Group sucks, Woody sucks, are just like being left unmoderated in chat. I'm just like, ugh. I know a group of people who love to moderate StarCraft, guys. I'm just saying.
That's too bad. But, I mean, expected. No one, I mean, the first rule is don't read any Reddit threads that have your name in it, regardless of what you think it might be. And then second, like, don't watch Twitch chat.
That's what kills me, though, man. I love our Twitch. I know our chat's slower and quieter than most, but it's like, what, 1,600 accounts banned over like 4 years of curation. So it's nice that we don't actually need moderators to like the crazy degree, but anyways, that's enough self-pat on the back. Also, speaking of which, we are on the front page, so quick holler to anybody tuning in for the first time for some StarCraft 2. This is game number 2 of this best of 3 for the Olimoleague, and up 1-0 in the lower right hand we have MMA.
In the top left is the blue tear, and he is KeeN.
So no big audio reports as far as issues. Again, just constantly asking for feedback, guys. Make sure the audio is balanced, all this. But people are saying that it's not synced with the camera. This has been happening on and off, and I don't know what to do to fix this. Granted, I will note today I'm using a voice modulator for some funsy stuff, but the problem has persisted for a while, and it seems inconsistent, so I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just would fix it by telling people not to care, but...
Well, I've got my geisha fan.
Okay, that's important. Good. Cool. That's how you're gonna fix it. Good deal.
Just hide my mouth. Whoa, hello? What?
Wow.
Okay, so I guess there's a buggy spot on the map.
So I wondered if he meant to send it there, realizing that KeeN could send his Reaper like he just did, because MMA does, like, he waited, he saw it, he fixed it, and then he turned back even before he literally saw the Reaper. So it seemed intentional to hide it in a corner, but yeah, that corner bugged.
It's interesting that, you know, as all these maps are getting swapped out, that's the first time we've actually seen that happen on Catalyst. Or at least first time I've seen it, but MMA's got a Cyclone out promptly, so no worries here for the early game. Two Reapers pair up with this and chase it back across the map, but KeeN's quick to a Liberator.
Okay. Very weird that both of them put all of their production around the Reaper hop-up spot. I mean, you can put that stuff everywhere.
I don't like this, and for the reason of a couple TvTs we cast recently, I think without you, where tanks just siege up on the low ground, and it's such an easy pick-off on some pretty nice reactors and tech labs for almost no cost.
Yeah, that's always been the risk of even pissing on a supply depot over there, you know, but usually with one supply depot, or two supply depots in this case, and one barracks, whatever it is, it's worth it to not be dealing with Reaper proxies, but this wasn't a Reaper proxy. MMA just had a superior opener because KeeN lost that first Reaper. He had superior micro when they came down to this war that just happened between the Cyclones. And KeeN is in trouble. The good thing is he has a little bit more production, so he emergency gets a heli now, which even just the little tiniest little bit of DPS is important to send this packet.
I was really hoping those Reapers was going to pick off the SCV again and delay the command center further. That would have been such a sick way for MMA to secure his lead in this game. But back on the other side of the map, the Cyclones pop out in numbers of 2. Turret might not be done for this.
You know, MMA did not scout at all in the main. His Reapers were really being combative. They maybe could have run past, but didn't bother. Instead, just automatically built 2 missile turrets. I would say that usually doesn't help against Liberators, but that one I think did. It got like a shot, and the Liberator died. But now these shouldn't be that worth it.
MMA is still...
Yeah,
they're still just sticking to Cyclones, lots of them.
Well, okay, and SCV even following. I suppose it was trying to repair one of them.
Yeah, repair's going off on the other side too.
Did he think that was proxied?
I guess. I mean, it doesn't hurt him to explore too far as long as he doesn't overextend on the map, because getting your Cyclones caught out in the middle could really be a pain, but that's where this Reaper's been keeping an eye on this ridge the whole time. This is a nice scouting spot, actually, to leave a Reaper.
Yeah. MMA, I'm really happy, like, you know, he got pretty far in the Olimoleagues where we didn't really expect him to. He was supposed to be beat by a couple of the guys. And now watching his play, it is kind of back to the old standard. I mean, of course, his mechanics are probably not 100%, but these cool little ideas, you know, like he obviously understands TvT in a really like in-depth level because KeeN's pretty good at it. And then you have these Reapers, which no one else has done. But first of all, he keeps the Reapers alive, which is different. And then second of all, he uses those spots, which I don't think I've seen anyone else do that with any unit. Protoss, Zerg, Terran, whatever.
I know, it's just such a simple, like, sit there and see the high ground, too, which is... All right, talk about that in a moment. Cyclone's moving on top of the tank. They bust right through, but not before it gets a shot off. Does a lot of damage to the core of the Cyclone army. Trying to keep that bunker alive, though. It's not going to help. Cyclones are still going through. 4 too many got through the initial fight. Tank on the high ground also trying to get involved. He's done a lot of damage with this, though. 8 SCVs went down to these.
This is, I mean, KeeN just didn't expect him to go for so many more Cyclones. Command Center, you gotta lift. You gotta lift, you gotta repair that, lift it. Oh, yes. That was too scary. That was too scary. That was
He's
still
still not safe yet, though. GG.
Wow.
Well, MMA locks it down, Zombie Grub.
Yeah, 2-0 against KeeN, who is usually a formidable Olimoleague opponent. And then, as I said, especially in TvT, seemed to have quite the handle going up against likes of Innovation and stuff only like 3 weeks ago. And MMA just slapped them.
Yeah, slapped him, smacked him, played around a little bit, got to see some Raven usage. That was pretty cool. But all right, if you guys are new to the channel, you're some of the front pagers coming in. Real quick, you can type !brackets in the Twitch chat to see all the names of who's playing. Some of you may be old StarCraft fans and recognize some of the names, and some might just not know anything that's going on. And our goal is just to try and casually guide you through the day. But this does mean MMA goes on to fight against Hero. I'm imagining we're following this match.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Apollo. It's been about a minute. What's up, cutie kitty?
So cuddly and missed me.
Oh, you look so soft. Well, we'll get back to some cat cam love when we in a few minutes, guys. Gonna go to commercial break, and we'll see you soon.